All right. Good morning.
Fucking goalie.
Good luck, Aiden.
What's up?
Good luck.
Hey, thanks, brother. Here's to the 2025 New York season. Our first time out here. Gonna see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do. The old summit area. Got some snow up on top here, which is nice.
Only got about a mile and a half, 2.5. We'll see what happens when I walk in. When I go, this does not look like it does on eScout.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
good luck, boys.
Good luck to you.
Shoot straight.
Well, Bobby and I just got to our spot here. We're gonna hike in. This is the first time up here, so it's all new. Haven't seen any of this woods before. We are feeling a little rough. Didn't get much sleep last night. A few beers, but nothing too crazy. But we are feeling a little rough. But we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna probably sit most of the day. Might do a little bit of moving around, very little. We're gonna try to let other people move deer to us. We do have a couple people here parked at this spot already. It is almost 6 o'clock now, and kind of sneak in, try to catch first light. If we don't catch first light, we'll still hunt the rest of the way into our spots. Since this is new areas, we don't have any really idea of where we're going, so we're gonna take it little by little, and hopefully it'll all work out for us, and take a buck home with us. But stay tuned. I'll fill you guys in on some more information once we get out there. All right, good morning from the state of New York. First out-of-state hunt. I'm pretty excited about getting a little late start here to the recording aspect. I've had a pretty active morning. I've seen 5 deer so far, all does. So that's promising for the rest of the day. I'm sitting in the saddle right now, about a little over 2 miles back. A lot of good sign. Not really seeing much for scrapes or rubs, but a lot of tracks. There still is a little bit of snow on the ground, so definitely makes it easier to see it. A little bit different terrain, pretty steep, very hilly, quite a bit of elevation change. But excited to give these next 2 days a go. Me and my couple buddies, fortunately able to get tags and get up here. We all got buck tag and a bear tag. It is the opening day of rifle for those animals, and we're hoping we're able to harvest mature buck or mature bear. Be awesome to harvest an out-of-state animal. But I'm going to continue with the videos throughout the day like I've done before. Keep giving you guys updates. I'm going to try to get some footage of some deer, a little bit more. Yeah, so keep you guys updated. Excited to continue with this and chasing whitetails. This deer right here, it's let me walk right up to it. It's not moving one bit at all. This is the 3rd doe I've seen sitting in this saddle right now, but it's not moving. so little update. I've seen 7 deer so far, 8 counting this one I'm trying to get on now. I saw it running up this draw kind of by me. It's pretty far though. Got my scope on it and couldn't see him. Finally got my scope on it in a different spot, and all I could see was real high, bright antlers. Looked to be a really good buck. So I'm over here on a different spot now, trying to get on him. In the process, as I was kind of sneaking my way over here, I found bear tracks as well, so that's promising to know as well. Hoping I can get on this buck. He was real nice, really nice buck. But might just hang out here, let the woods calm down, because he was spooked, he was running. So see what we can do. All right, well, I'm set up right where that buck came up over. Hoping he may come back through. Got a good view here. I've been seeing a lot of deer sign over here, good rubs, some bear tracks as well. So it's a promising area. I can't bring myself to venture far from it. I was gonna do a little bit of walking and still hunting, but I mean, I've been seeing deer all day. They're getting pushed, getting bumped a little bit, so I'm gonna hang out here. But I'll keep you guys updated and let you know what happens as the day goes on. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm on the board in New York, baby. I still got the shakes. I got a New York 11-pointer. Oh, I'm gonna go down and check her out. It's right here. I'll turn the camera once I'll do another video, but didn't go far. Got it, so pretty pumped up to be on the board in New York. It's not a totally mature buck that I was looking for, but hey, we're on the board. Got some meat on the table. New York 11-pointer, I think. You didn't go too far. Oh boy. There he is. Hayden here with Chasin Whitetails TV. This is the whitetail opener for New York for the 2025 season. Just walking into my spot here, got about a 2-mile walk in. It is currently 5:13 a.m. We're gonna see what we can get into today. Got the Chica X3 Lite 308 Badlands pack, brand new pack. Excited to get used to use it today. We'll see what happens. Chase just dropped me off. Him and other Hayden are working their way down about 5 miles down below me, and we're gonna sit the first part of the morning here and get up and still hunt a little bit. We got about 3 inches of snow. It does have a hard ice pack on it, so we'll see how much sneaking around we'll be able to do today. Not too many guys in the parking lot. There's 2 other trucks, but there is quite a bit of bike path. Yeah, we've seen some deer coming through, and we'll see what we get into today. Catch you later. Hey guys, a little update for you. About a mile and a half in. We're still got a little over a mile to go, roughly. That's my guesstimation. Very little people sign. There is a decently fresh snow up here. Nobody's been in ahead of me, so I'm very pleased with that. Lots of deer sign. We're at about 2,200 feet elevation. Gonna be working out here to watch the rest of the fingers with multiple draws and creek bottoms. The woods are pretty sparse. You know, not super thick, but there is good cover nearby. It's gonna be super tough till the sun comes up to sneak around. I mean, the snow is super crunchy. Now, granted, it's starting to lighten up. I'm taking my time. I don't want to sweat, but I need to get in there. But nope, I haven't heard from the other guys. Hopefully they made it in, or close to making it in. We should be there, just about perfect timing. About a half mile, quarter mile out, I'll really take my time. Hopefully, with a little bit of sweat that I do have, will dry up and I can sneak in there and hopefully catch something either working through or better than that draw. We'll catch you guys at a little bit past first light, and hopefully have a deer down. We'll see. Catch you. Good morning, guys. Made it into the spot that I liked on e-scouting, but with that, I don't like it at all in person. I want to get out to this point, but it benches way too much, for my liking. So I picked the better side that I thought of this finger, and I'm currently watching this side hill. It's a pretty good watch. Lots of deer sign, no fresh people sign. I did, as soon as I got to this finger where it peninsulaed, there was at least one doe that I saw that I bumped off. Looked like a small one. I saw it about 150 yards. I did have a chance to pull up, but I didn't have time to identify that well. It wasn't a big buck if it was one. It was pretty thick on that side. Too thick to even get a shot through if I wanted to. It's those really thin saplings, but we're gonna hang out here for a little while and see if we can get into not much shooting. Probably a dozen shots so far this morning. The other guys are in. They've made it into their stands. We're just gonna sit here for a couple hours and see what happens, and try and hopefully get this sun up to melt the snow so I can sneak around a little bit better. I just need to take that crust off so it's not so loud when I'm walking. I'm pretty confident that the snow wouldn't have been as crunchy. I could have snuck up a lot closer to that doe. I think she was still bedded on this side hill. But yeah, I didn't get an exact total yet on mileage, but roughly right around 3 miles so far this morning, and it's currently 7:23. So 7:23 this morning, one doe so far. Like I said earlier, about 2,200 feet elevation. What I did not mention is that this is also the first day of New York rifle bear. So black bear and whitetail buck. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hey, what's going on, guys? Almost at 4 miles so far on the day. Since I last talked to you, there was just that one doe that I bumped walking in. I stood there for about 40 minutes to an hour. Then I went across that top where that doe had come from. I did end up finding a scrape up there.
the snow was cleared off, but it was still leaves and ferns and stuff like that underneath the snow that wasn't cleared. So I wasn't too enticed by it. I come down back onto the trail that I walked in on, and it's got cleared snow, so I can be really, really quiet, and there are a lot of ridges and draws along this trail, and I did see 3 doe at about 50 yards bedded. I was able to scope them on, and they finally stood up and still stood there for another 30 seconds to a minute, and then they just kind of did a couple bounds and walked off. Had there been a buck in a group, it would have been super simple. Exactly what you look for. But no, I'm just working out across this trail, and I see a nice big open, not necessarily open, but enough to where I could shoot through anyway. Draws or nice ridge lines where I can see quite a bit. I've been stopping, and I'll stop here for about 20 minutes or so and see if another hunter will bump something to me, or something just comes through naturally, or a lot of the times, like, we're getting later in the day, they're bedded. I mean, we're not crazy late in the day. It's probably about 8:45, 9 o'clock. We do have some rain coming about 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna find some bedding area and get tucked in there for about noon and sit for 2 hours, see if I can catch them coming back to their bedding area before we get this rain. We'll see how the weather does. I'm prepared for the rain, but not torrential downpour. It's about 38 degrees right now. Wind is light, though the wind has been really nice, but it's been no cover. But yeah, we're gonna keep going on down through this, and maybe eventually meet up with the other guys. They've been seeing decent amount of deer, no bucks, but all does, but all shootable. They've been working through, focusing on saddles and stuff like that. The one guy is, and we're eventually gonna meet up to still hunt out of here. Just depends on timing, purely based off that rain. If it was up to me and the rest of the guys, we'd sit till dark, but we'll see what happens, and I'll update you when we see what's going on. Catch you guys later. I'd say coming up that draw, coming up in here was a good idea. I mean, this is just tracked up to how we get out. The scrapes, scrape there. That's an old scrape there on that tree. There's a rub about 30 or 40 yards that way. There's a couple through here. I'm sure we look around here a little bit more, there'd be some others, but I just come up a draw about 400 feet elevation change. Yeah, the bucks are here. Just gotta kind of sneak through, and the snow's starting to quiet up with the weather warming up, and we'll see what happens. I'm currently at 4.5 miles. I decided to take a little break. I'm gonna sit down here on this log that overlooks this massive draw, and it's got a big bowl on the bottom, and I can see it and shoot it all. I'm within 50 yards of a dozen rubs. Not to mention, there's a couple scrapes as well. Like I said, I can see quite a bit here. I'm gonna sit down here, relax, and eat some lunch. It's about 9:53 right now. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm gonna relax here, eat lunch, get a drink, and see if I can get a hold of those other guys, see where they're at, and go from there. But we'll catch you on the flip side, hopefully with a buck down. $11 o'clock, about 2 miles from the guys. Still only at 4 deer, but they were here this morning. Fresh feeding there, up there. It's all tore up. Through there and there. They must be hurting for feed on this side of the lands, the state game lands. On where I was, there's a lot more acorns. There's a bed over there. I mean, they're eating there. This is all just tore up. I mean, insanely. Wow. On this section of ground, you can't hunt Sundays. Wow, they right down to the dirt. This section of ground, you can't hunt Sundays. So this is their only day in here, sadly. But learning a lot for next year. Mile 6, 11 a.m. Working my way towards the other guys. Got about a mile and a half as a crow flies. Oh, there's a rub over there too. Oh, somewhere over there. Oh, nope, too far. Ha, there it is. But yeah, definitely tracked up. I just spoke with another hunter that was in the vicinity of the other Hayden, and he saw 8 does, and the guy below, the 2 of them had seen and shot a small buck. So, I mean, at least we knew we were in the right area. Look at this. Scrape here. It broke off the scrape licking branch, and they're rubbing the hell out of that. I better get off here and pay attention and actually get through here and sneak a little bit. I was moving, trying to catch up to those guys, and because like I said, we have that rain coming at 2 o'clock. I don't want to get caught in. Those deer are literally jumping this big ass log, but they're feeding like crazy on this root system. I don't know what it is. There's a scrape there. Still, what's going on, guys? Still working towards the guys. I think it's like 11:30 now. I haven't looked. Lots happened since I talked to you last. So I've seen 10 does and 2 different bucks. Could not get a shot at either one. The first one was about at 200-yard mark. I was skirting the edge of a side hill up on the ridge, and he was down in the pines. I watched him stand up, and I just saw him as the deer in general pull up, see antlers, and then a doe stands up in front of him, blocks my shot, and they all take off. So whatever, I'm like, well, so then I beat feet to the middle of the plateau up there, and I worked towards out that, and I was going quick about it because I wanted to try and cut him off. Well, I ended up going well enough, fast enough, but they also went faster than anticipated, and I came face to face with all of them at 70 yards. I pull up, and by that time they were really hauling a male, and I didn't see the buck in the group. So I was like, well, what the hell? And then I saw 2 deer that I couldn't identify go out later but lower. So I'm like, okay. So it could have been the same buck. So to get into that, and granted, like you see this shit that I'm in, I mean, you can't tell how thick it is because of all the little branches, but I'm walking out the side hill in the direction that they went, and I'm scanning, I'm stopping every once in a while, and I hear I went, ooh, what is that? I look to my right, and there's a yearling doe. I pull up, scope her. Yep, she's a doe. Cool. And I watch her, and then she just disappears. So I'm like, okay, cool. I only heard one set of, you know, tracks. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna go stand here a second, you know, see if there's a buck come behind her. Nothing coming, nothing coming, nothing coming. Okay, whatever. So then I literally take 2 steps, and I see her go. I go, oh, what the hell? And then I see where she was, and just big body. And then he starts going, and then I pull up. He starts running, and it's through thick stuff. I could just see 4 up at least, and he's pretty wide and pretty tall at that. But he went taking off down into this side hill that I'm on that leads to this draw. But yeah, he was holding the mail. But I did get to let out the good old-fashioned Matt. He wasn't having it though. I couldn't even get him stopped to try and crack a shot through the brush, because it was just like it is in here. It's little tree, big tree, big tree, big tree, little tree, little tree. So like you can't even lead them, you know, through the little stuff, because you end up smacking a big tree. So no word from the other guys on seeing anything. Sounds like action's been pretty slow about that way. I'm about 3/4 of a mile from where I want to be, and that puts me within a 1/4 mile of them. So roughly, there's a nice saddle up here that I want to get on. Like I said, it's about 3/4 of a mile from here, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'll hop up on the ridge. I'm on the side hill right now. I'll hop up on the ridge and kind of burn that out. It's just too thick down on this bottom, and honestly, I really don't want to shoot anything here anyway. I mean, I don't know. Can't flip the camera. I don't know why, but it's a pretty steep grade. At least 10% at a minimum. But yeah, giant rubs all through here. I haven't seen any scrapes in this section, but a lot of beds. You know, this is a good south-facing slope, so it's definitely one to remember. But catch you next time.
All right, I'll do a little recap of day 1 after I shot my buck. I didn't take any videos. I did take a few pictures. I'll include those in the video. But after I shot my New York 11 pointer, good old Spike, both Haydens came over and helped me debone it, quarter it, skin it, and get everything packed up in my pack. From there, we had about 3 hours left of daylight. We cruised this ridge top that was above me where I shot, and found a lot of sign, a lot of good rubs, some bedding area, and Kavalik went to sit on the, what would that have been? The east facing side of the ridge, and we went out to the point of the ridge to sit. Me and Gasper, and Gasper and I found a nice pipeline that we let Kavalik know about. He sat on the one end and we sat on the other end. Kavalik saw 2 deer on the gas line, and Gasper and I ended up seeing 12 deer, a lot of does, of course, but we did see 1 good buck. Weren't able to get the account of the antlers, points on it, or get a real good look at it. It crossed the gas line pretty quick, but it was a real good sized deer. It was about 1,200 yards, we'd say. It was far, but unfortunately we weren't able to get a good look or get a shot at it. But also, on the way out, Kavalik had an encounter with a bear. Like I said, we do, with our tags up here, we do get a bear tag with it. So as he was walking out, he saw to his left, he said about 350-pound bear, black bear, and he was able to crack a couple shots at it. But unfortunately, at dark there, when we cut its tracks, we were following it for a little bit and weren't able to find any blood. So from there, we packed out the rest of the way, got to our truck, and headed back to the cabin for the rest of the night. But good day one, real good day one. We all had a lot of action, and hopefully day two will be the same.
It is November 16th, day 2 of the 2025 New York season. Got Hayden and Chase with us. Ended up missing a bear last night. It's snowing pretty good. Working out the snow, we'll see what happens. We'll catch up with you and see some shit.
All right, good morning. Day 2 here in New York. We are doing some hunting on the western side today. The eastern side is Sunday hunting prohibited, so we're not able to go back to where we were yesterday. Yesterday was a great day. Saw close to 30 deer myself. Hayden Kowalik saw close to 20, 18 doe, 2 buck, and Hayden Gasper saw right around 20 deer. So we had a very action-packed day yesterday, which was awesome. Great first experience up here in New York. Here on the western side, it is windy. We do have a lake effect snow coming in. We're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches today. It's going to be tough. I'm sitting on a ridge right now in a saddle, looking down into a bottom, trying to see if the deer or bear will be cruising the bottom. I only have a bear tag left, so I'm after bear only today. But hopefully I can run into a bear. It's pretty thick in here, where a bear would live. Maybe try to do some walking here throughout the day, cut some tracks, and go from there. But they are working out the ridge to a couple other saddles, looking down into a bottom. A lot of these ridges out here have a lot of draws coming up, creating saddle points, where I was sitting yesterday, saw a lot of deer, and so today, and saddles that they were sitting in. But we'll keep you filled in throughout the day here. The snow is starting to come down pretty hard, like I said, but hopefully we can all at least fill a tag, but stay tuned. All right, snow's coming down. I moved spots more towards this draw. I did see 2 deer over here about an hour. I'd say about half hour ago. Working up this draw. I was more over there under some hemlocks while it was snowing. Keep a little bit of snow off of me. This draw is pretty nice. A lot of good sign in here too. It is a little bit more open. A lot of these areas up here are pretty thick with saplings, but this is a little bit more open here. Still some saplings though, but better chance at a successful shot if I need to take one. So we're gonna sit here for a while and see what happens. I may venture to the other side here in a couple hours, but we'll go from there. Stay tuned. All right, Hayden Gasper just shot one. I'm gonna pack up here and work my way over there. Got about a mile walk, so got a little bit of ways, but I'll take a video or some pictures when I get there.